January 22nd and 23rd, Park held finals as it does at the end of every semester. Although this is business as usual for Park, some Minnesota schools such as Duluth East High School do not have finals. Finals have been known to cause a lot of stress in students. Additionally, some teachers give cumulative finals, while other teachers only give unit tests at the end of the semester, which creates inconsistency. Senior Paige Discarpentry said not having finals may take away stress for a lot of students.
Some benefits for not having finals is just so much less stress. Finals stress people out so much, and it's just so much added work that you have to do that really is what's the benefit of doing this because you learned it so long ago? How is it moving you towards a better grade if you just have to do it, if you have to study it for 2 questions on one test?
Math teacher Anson Opara said he has not given cumulative finals this year because he did not have the time to give the finals and teach all of the content.
This semester I normally would have done one for AP Statistics, just with the scheduling and how much time we had. I wanted to get through more of the content, and we were a little bit behind, so that was a big indicator if I was going to take that time to do a cumulative or not. Same with Algebra 2, I just feel like time has been more of a constraint on the school year, and we haven't been able to actually cover all of the material.
Discarpentry said finals help her remember what she learned, but after finals she often forgets the material again.
I noticed that it helps me retain information when I have to go back and think about different things throughout the year that I haven't thought about in 3 months. But how it doesn't help me retain information is, again, I kind of just forget it after I study for the test.
Senior Sophia Mavis said finals can be helpful for remembering old content and serving as a mid-year refresher for AP tests.
They help students summarize all the information. And it's also kind of good for AP classes if it's kind of cumulative because, it helps you, remember everything. So, it's a refresher, mid-year refresher before the AP exam. So that's kind of helpful.
According to Opara, a cumulative final can give a better idea of a student's understanding, and in the case of AP classes, helps prepare them more for the AP test.
Sometimes I like a cumulative final because, let's say during the beginning of the year, a student didn't understand a concept fully or something like that, and then it can give me a bigger picture later of what their grade is. Sometimes kids are sick or they got things going on during that time of the year, and it kind of gives me a second chance to evaluate if they know those certain skills. Cumulative final also, especially for something like AP Stats, they have to take the AP exam at the end, and that's cumulative itself. So it's just more practice in looking at a topic holistically. I think it also, if kids know that there is going to be a cumulative final, they focus more on retaining the information instead of just I just need it for this test and then I can get rid of the information, and try to kind of put the class together as a whole picture idea.
Mavis said she finds tests easy to study for and do well on, but others may not feel the same way depending on their skill set.
It's kind of different for everyone because some people are really bad test takers, but for me personally, I feel like finals work pretty well for me, and I can have get into a pretty good studying groove. But I know it can be kind of stressful for some people, and they aren't that good at tests.
Discarpentry said final projects or essays could be a good alternative to tests, but in some classes, tests are the easier option.
For some alternatives, I think it's hard for some classes just because the way that we measure our grades is tests throughout the year, so they just think one final big test would be good. But I think different ways for this could be projects. For some, I don't know. In my Spanish class, we're just writing some essays. That's kind of using everything that we learned throughout the year for this. But I don't know I don't know that any alternatives would be the same as just having everyone take a test because it's just so much information packed into one thing.